friend said if I go from where I live to USYD every day, I'm gonna get to see the Sydney Opera House.
Great. First question. Did you choose USYD because it's in Sydney?
My friend said if I go from where I live to USYD every day, I'm gonna get to see the Sydney Opera House. So every day, for the very first year, not for now, I will be holding my phone and FaceTiming my mom or my dad, hi, I'm going across the bridge and here is the Sydney Opera House, and you're gonna see that on the calendars or the postcards. So for those times, the very first year, I didn't feel that lonely because we get to see those kind of signature buildings on the calendar or postcard. Yeah.
I choose USYD because when I first started to choose a university in Australia, I looked through all the social medias for all the universities, and from the Instagram of USYD, I find they had the most exciting and engaging campus lives.
Of course, the campus life and the city life was all very exciting, but I also liked how USYD had a very flexible degree structure. So I can be doing a banking and finance degree, but I can still do units in music or theatre as electives, and that's something that really attracted me to USYD.
Sydney is a big, beautiful city, and I wanted to experience that, and not just the city life, but the beach life. So obviously we're very close to the famous Bondi Beach, and of course that was on my bucket list. So that was definitely influenced why I chose to be at USYD.
Do you like living in Sydney? Yes.
Oh, maybe.
Oh.
Because I don't have my family here with me.
I think the fact that Sydney has something for everybody to do, whether you're an introvert or whether you're an extrovert. If you're an introvert and you just like hanging around in indoor spaces, you have so many museums and art galleries that you can go to. Or if you're a more outdoorsy person, you can go on a number of bushwalks and hikes. I know I've been to a couple of hikes and I've enjoyed all of them so much.
If there's one thing other than the beach, Alex mentioned, I really like all the markets in Sydney. I love a lot a bit of vintage. I love to thrift shopping, like Surrey Hills, New Towns. You have a lot of fun stuff, and also a lot of markets in Glebe, in Bondi, in Rozelle. I was doing a market with some of my friends. We're doing a bit of garage sale, when we're moving house. It's really fun to be part of that process and a part of the local communities as well. And you can always find some, very good deal at the markets. You never know where you're gonna find it.
I was a little hesitant moving to a big city as I'm from Canada and there's a lot of mountains and not a lot of cities. But Sydney actually really surprised me with the amount of outdoor activities that we have here. I'm on daily walks. There's so many different coastal walks along the water, which are stunning. And then along the Parramatta River, or even through the different harbors, Darling Harbour and Sydney Harbour. There's so many different areas to walk around, and that's really what I do in my free time. And it's another great way to see the city as well, just walk around.
If my family is here with me, then we can all enjoy the things together. That's why I give half and half.
Do you study at other places, other than the university campus or your home?
Cafe, Starbucks.
Yes, and cafe is a great place to be. There's so many amazing cafes in Sydney, and sometimes just as a morning coffee, and you can sit there and doing some assignments.
I find the city also has lots of different libraries, and even outside of the city. So there's always a nice quiet space to study, and I do enjoy switching up my study environment. I've also found myself at IKEA a couple times, sitting in the food court. It's also a great place to study.
I've had someone say IKEA.
They have so many different chairs to sit on, different table heights. It's great.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have good snacks.
Do you need to take a bus or train to uni? Stop.
I need to take the bus if I'm running late. So just for example, Abercrombie, I live at a walk of about 15 minutes from Abercrombie. But if I've left my house late, I need to get on the bus to reach for my class on time. But otherwise, it's well within walking distance for me.
I have to take a bus and a train to get to uni. And then from Redfern Station, I have a 20-minute walk all the way to the other side of campus for the Susan Wakeel building. So it's kind of a journey, but I do enjoy the walking. Most of the time, the transportation's really great, and I get to my destination actually earlier than I anticipated. I like to use my time on the train to just relax, because when I'm at home, I'm studying or sleeping or eating or working out. But then when I'm at school, I'm with my friends, I'm studying, I'm in class, I'm trying to be present. So for me, my transit time is just a time to sit alone with my thoughts and just take a break from everything that's going on.
Yeah, I suggest using this app called USYD. So on that app, basically, you just enter, for example, if you're traveling from Central Station and you want to say go to Bondi, you just put the names of both the stations on it, and it'll automatically show the number of routes you can take and the exact times the trains will arrive at, the platforms they'll depart from, and it's accurate 90% of the times.
Do you want to live and work in Sydney after you graduate?
I think I still want to explore Sydney a bit more, see what my options are before I finally have a decision about whether I want to stay here for longer or not.
One thing that really attracts me, I think working in Sydney is have a very good work-life balance. So out of your office hours, you can really still explore some of your interests or hobbies, and you still spend time with your friends and families. I do really enjoy that part with a clear balance between your work and life. And there's so many things to do in the cities, like talking about we had the Vivid Sydney, we also have this sculpture by the sea. There's so many initiatives by the cities to explore as well.
I've tried to work in other countries in the past 8 years and then I found that I like Sydney the most because during the weekend it's like a very cultural kind of thing for every family just go out with their kids or whatever. That means in a few years later when I have my family, I want my business, my employer to know that I cherish my family, so I want to spend the time with my family.
I love traveling and I want to live in another city in Australia. I would prefer a smaller town, somewhere right along the beach, maybe Gold Coast or somewhere up north where I can catch a little bit more sun than we get here in Sydney. Maybe get better at surfing. And yeah, just explore a little bit more of a laid-back lifestyle. Even though Sydney does have a great work-life balance, I want to experience a little bit more quiet.
Mm-hmm.